Hello and welcome back to Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira and it's a beautiful Saturday morning out here. It's so cool. And just in case you guys don't know, I love the summer. I love the heat. Maybe not 100-degree weather, but 80 degrees with a nice breeze. That is life right there, right? Right? Come on! Anyway, welcome back. I wanted to have a quick candid conversation about the psychology of breaking into this trading space. And I'm gonna do like a brief overview of what I've chosen, or how I've chosen to kind of like dive into this new life, or at least part-time life that I'm trying to work into now. So, and of course, if you like the content, of course, please hit the like button. I hear people saying things like Will Smith the like button. I don't know that that's gonna be my thing, but hit it if you like it. Subscribe if you like it a little bit more, and then hit the notification bell if you really love it and you want to hear all the random things that spill out of my mouth. But anyway, so let's talk, because as beginner traders, we're we don't know what the heck we're doing, right? I mean, looking at all these candlesticks, these charts, it can be so overwhelming. So when I started, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like invest in crypto. I'm gonna look into all the different coins and take some money that I didn't need for anything else, because that's an important thing, right? Like, whatever you're doing, it shouldn't be the money that's meant to pay your rent or your mortgage, or you need it for a procedure or anything like that. It should be money that you can safely lose. You'll be hurt, but it's only in here and not where it matters, So keep that in mind. It's very important. Like, don't take your life savings, don't mortgage your house, don't take out a loan, don't do anything crazy like that, right? If you have some savings and you're like, well, I could use like $1,000 of that and buy a little Ethereum and buy a little Bitcoin or whatever is your favorite coins in this bear market, which is a great time to buy the dip, sell the rip. That's what they keep saying, right? So do that, but please, for the love of everything, don't mortgage your house or do anything crazy. Like, anything, if you're going to do any kind of investing, you just have to know that there's a potential to lose it, right? But there's also the upside, the potential to make a lot of money, depending on your risk, your risk-reward ratio, your risk appetite, So that's my first thing, right? So when I started, I was like, yeah, I had some money in the bank, and I was like, cool, I want to invest. And what really bothered me is that when I did my taxes for the first time, I had someone else doing it for me, that I really focused on what I was getting back from the bank in my savings, and I'm like, you know what, this is a ripoff. There's a certain level of safety in it, I suppose, but I'm not getting any younger, as young as this face looks. But I wanted to have a little bit more coming in from that money that was just sitting there. So I was like, first, let me figure out what's up. And I started looking at Bitcoin, and oh my god, it was in the 40Ks at the time, and Ethereum was like $3,000 and change. So I started buying a little bit. I heard about this dollar cost averaging thing, and I was like, cool, let me do that. Buy a little here, wait till it drops some more, buy a little more, adjust my average cost, right? So then after that, I got really interested in what a lot of these traders were talking about. And it's really important that, whomever you're getting your information from, they're real and they're genuine and they're here to help you, and they're not just moon boys or trying to like tell you the world is your oyster and Bitcoin's going to be $1 million next week. Like, that's not a good look, right? You want to find somebody who's down to earth and we'll just tell you like it is. So, you know, found a couple of good folks, and I'm gonna put some links at the bottom of this that I follow, like Crypto Anoop. I love his technical analysis, and I found that his TA has been really spot on. You know, he's like, if we can't do this, then we're going here, and voila, yeah, that's where we went, right? And then Thomas Crollo actually took a trading class from him, so I'll drop a link in there. No, I'm not affiliated with any of these folks, even though I am looking into affiliate marketing, because look, we're out here trying to make more money, to improve our lives. So you gotta find new ways to do that, right? So eventually I'll plop some affiliate links down here, but for now I'm not doing that yet. And oh my God, Trader's Reality. If you haven't seen that guy, I mean, come on. He literally talks like it's a race. He's like a racehorse like announcer. It is awesome. Not to mention that his content is pretty boss. But you know, that's the other thing that's really important. You know, finding the right folks to corroborate what you're thinking, to help you understand what you're even looking at. You know, and I had no clue about this trading thing. None, nada. But I was like, I'm like all these way younger folks than me out here making like good money on this trading thing. And I'm like, you know what? For years I've been thinking about finding a second job, just a second line of income to supplement things like vacations and just fun little toys I might want to get, or just to save more. And then even more importantly, to like help my mom, you know, because she's sadly, she has metastatic breast cancer. So, you know, I spent a lot of time helping her out, and financially even. So even just sorting that out too, like, it's not that I can't handle it in my current job, I can. But, you know, you want to, you know, do even more and be even better if you can, right? And this is America, right? Opportunities abound. So why not? Why not take advantage? But anyway, so once I realized I wanted to do the trading thing, I was like, all right, let me find someone who's doing a class that I can actually learn all about this space I've never been in. So I ended up taking Thomas Crollo's accredited training, and it's actually really good. Ended up being 5 months long, and I like really, you know, I'm still actually finishing it up. Like, I'm at the very end of the course, and I'm just finishing it up. I'm really excited because at the end there's like a crypto. He does like almost a 2-hour video just on crypto and his thoughts on it and blah blah, and it's actually really great. And I'm looking out at the trees when I look up like that, and I'm gathering my thoughts. So don't think anything. But once I started, like, you know, thinking about actually trading, right? Like I had to figure out all these different exchanges and where to trade, and I'm still working that out. But you know, like, I'm using Femex and I'm using BitGet, and I did a little Bybit for a minute, but I don't like using the VPN, so I'm gonna stick with BitGet for the moment to test that out. So I was really excited, you know, about making the change and doing it, and I was like, you know what, let's just go. So, you know, the psychology of trading and watching the markets and making decisions, you know, it almost feels like gambling, but calculated gambling, you know? And I don't like gambling, you know, like, I don't go to the casino, and I don't really do that. Like, maybe if my friends are like, yeah, we're gonna go to the casino, and I might like go with like $20 and put it on, like, I don't know, roulette, right? If the stars align and it looks like something I could put some money on, I might find a $10 table and see if anything can come from that. But just giving my money away just seems, you know, it's cringy. Like, you work so hard for it. So, you know, thinking about doing this trading thing, and I'm like looking at these different exchanges, and then this whole concept of leverage, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I didn't understand it, you know. So in the trading course, it's like, if you're gonna do any leverage, keep it small, especially if you're new and you're trying to understand and you're like doing whatever, like, do something small. Like, I have it set to like 3 or 5x right now. 3 right now because I'm like a little more scary, and that's something I'm trying to like work away from, because that's a part of the psychology, right? The stuff in your brain, you know, the things that make you really greedy. You're like, oh, I see all these people making all this money, that could be me, you know. And it can, but it could also be you that's getting wrecked and liquidated because you don't understand what the hell you're doing. You know, like I got liquidated. I tried that the copy trading feature on BitGet, and it's not bad. It's just I didn't understand how to configure the risk management features of the copy trading. So I put like 500 USDT on that thing, and I was like, cool. And I looked up the traders, and I followed some stuff, and it was great. And this dude made me like 500 USDT on my 500 USDT in 12 hours. I was like, ah, yeah. And then I lost it and got liquidated 12 hours later. So think about that, right? That's how crazy the market is. That's how crazy it can be. That high euphoria to that, oh my God, I lost everything. Ah. So I'm like, oh my God, what the heck, you know? And I was, you know, I didn't understand the whole margin call thing. They sent me a message, you need to add more money or you're gonna get liquidated. I didn't understand that. And so I got liquidated, and I'm like, wow, this is rough. But remember what I said at the beginning, right? Don't put money you're not willing to lose. So that was money I was willing to lose. But remember, I also said it's still gonna hurt. And it really did. It was so lame. But, you know, that also taught me a very good lesson. Like, don't go in hot, you know? And I thought I wasn't. I thought I was, you know, doing the right thing. But there's that greed thing, right? That jump in feet first and don't even think about the consequences and don't really understanding what the hell you're even doing. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Take my experience as a lesson. And honestly, I think a lot of people don't learn until they're the ones that are also being wrecked, right? So that taught me a lot. That taught me not to just trust other traders to do the job for me. And I will freely admit, like after that, I came back in and I gave one trader 20 USDT with a really tight stop loss and take profit. Well, the take profit's a little higher, obviously. I mean, come on. But the stop loss is pretty tight so that I can keep more of my capital and win more when they do make good trades, right? So now I'm just making like, can you even say pennies on the USDT when they make something, and I lose pennies on the USDT when I lose. But the point is that risk management is really important. So there's that greed and fear, and the fear part is what's really scary, right? Like, don't stop, you know? Just because you had a bad run, don't stop. Like, if it's something that you're really passionate about and you want to do, then do it. You know, you're gonna hit that fear, and you're like, oh my God, the market's against me. Look, bruh, or a lady, or sister, or person, she, her, it, whatever. The market is always right. Alright? The market is always right. You can't blame it for anything. Everything that we do is our choice. Everything I've done in this trading thing, my choice. I went in and put too much money on this copy trading thing and lost it. My fault. Mine. Because I chose to trust another person. I didn't manage my risk around it, and I got liquidated. That's how it works. You know? So just remember that big lesson. The market don't care about you. What you're here to do is figure out how to make the market pay you instead of you being the liquidity for the market. Alright? Because look, no trader is going to make 100% wins all the time. But what you want to be is the trader that when you make that wins, there are big wins versus your small losses and you're in a profit. Because that's what we're here to make, right? Is profit. So, think about the fact that you're here to make profit. Make sure that whatever algorithm, trading methodology that you're following, you're back testing it. Go back in the charts, see if it would have worked. Test it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature to spot it and understand it and play it, right? And make your money. Now, paper trading, when you're first starting, everybody says about 3 months of paper trading, 3 months about, small dollar amounts of real money, and then after that you can start to do bigger amounts and then bigger amounts. My plan, I have 180, I put 193 USDT back into my BitGet account, and I was doing really well, and I got it up to $210, right, with my stuff. And then I made a stupid Ethereum thing, and I didn't put a stop loss on it. Again, need to risk and money management. So I'm learning that. So I lost 20 USDT on that. So now I'm in the negative on my $193. I'm at 180 to 82 USDT. So simple plan. Going to start trading properly, because my paper trading has been going somewhat well, and I'm going to be following my own risk and money management, right? And my plan is to try and turn that 182 into 282. All right, I don't care if that's $3 at a time, $5 at a time, $10 at a time, but that's the plan, right? Because then if I can trust myself to, I guess it's not quite doubling. Doubling would be like, 482. My math is not the best, don't judge me. But that's have a goal. And that's my goal, right? If I can make, not even trying to make that 100 USDT in a week, no. If I can make that 100 USDT off of my current existing money in whatever time frame I can make it without losing my bag, then I'm winning. And then I understand that my methodology is going to work for me, right? If I need to make some adjustments during this time period, I'm going to make those adjustments, because you have to be fluid too, because the market is not going to do what you want it to do, And that's the thing you need to recognize about the psychology of it, right? Is the market will do what it wants to do, but you need to be flexible so that you can pivot. And that's something that I need to work on, because if I've put, for example, like yesterday when Bitcoin was like yeah, to the moon, and then it was like no. I didn't catch that rising knife. Can you have a rising knife? I don't know, whatever. It was going up. I didn't trade that, but I put a little video on the paper trading side where I think it's coming back down, y'all. Like, it hasn't broken anything significant strongly. Like, it just didn't seem useful. And that is the kind of thing that I'm like trying to document and keep up to date for my journey and my process. So I'll make another video about keeping your trading journal and stats. So you'll see me updating that as I'm trading, and I'll be showing you my BitGet trades and stuff. And if it's a win, it's a win. If it's a loss, it's a loss. But my plan is to make sure that my losses are as small as possible, as reasonably possible, and my wins are much better. You gotta work out your win to loss ratio and make sure it's more. So I'm gonna close this one out because I feel like it might be getting a little long, but sometimes it's important to just talk about your feelings and stuff. And I will say that I really hit that fear thing hard, but I was like, no, I'm not giving up. And that's the thing that's important. When you make a couple losses and you're like feeling it, it's probably wrong side. Yeah, feeling it in here. By the way, I'm not wearing a one-piece shirt. Will wonders ever abound, but I'm gonna get some more because I love them. Anyway, so remember guys, you're not the only ones out here feeling the way you're feeling as you're getting started with this thing, right? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Are you feeling the same way I'm feeling? Because I'm super excited even with those losses, you know? And it's still scary. It's still super scary to step outside and like test things out with real money, but that's why we start with small amounts, right? So if you haven't already figured out like the best way to dive into it and who to talk to, I'm gonna put some links at the bottom of this for some folks that are putting out some really great free stuff and then also paid stuff that you can kind of like understand the whole the whole trading everything, which is what I needed to understand. And then once you do that, paper trade, back test your methodology. Sorry, my words not coming proper today, but it's Saturday, don't blame me. All right, I'm chilling out here like a villain or Bob Dylan, whatever. And then once you feel like your methodology is feeling pretty good, then you start with small amounts. Okay, risk and money management. So if you guys have any questions about what I'm thinking or what my methodology is or any of that stuff, you know, put it in the comments. I'll respond to folks. I know this is still a brand new channel. I don't have a lot of folks, but I appreciate every last one of you that have subscribed, that have liked the vids, because I'm enjoying providing this content for you. So, you know, every time you hit that like button, it makes me feel more comfortable, you know, continuing on this journey. And then even if you don't hit the like button, still enjoy this content, because, you know, I think it's useful to just kind of level with folks, you know, because everybody's feeling the same way if you're beginning, and it's scary. So all right guys, so have an awesome day. Whatever you do today, trade safely, and I'll see you next time. I need to find like a fun way to end these vids, right? Bye bye.